My name is Mr. Foyle and I'm the Head of Science. I'm here today just to talk a little bit about how GCSE Science works in Years 10 and 11 and how it relates to the Year 9 options process. So students take either combined science or triple science in Year 10 and 11, and students will be invited to take triple science based on a variety of different criteria. So these particular criteria include the Key Stage 3 tests that they did in October, historical topic tests from years 7 and 8, and also teacher assessment. So the different course systems themselves, combined science, it's an AQA award, so the exam board is AQA. Even though it's called combined science, confusingly it's also referred to as trilogy. There are actually biology, chemistry and physics separate exams. So even though it's combined science, you are taught specific biology, chemistry and physics. You will have specialised biology, chemistry and physics teachers, and at the end of it you will have exams in biology, chemistry and physics that are 1 hour 15 minutes each. The GCSE grades that you get of it, the double award, are 2 grades which are averaged over all 6 papers. If you are doing the foundation tier, you can achieve up between a 1 and a 5, and if you are doing higher tier, you can achieve between a 6 and a 9 on each paper. However, it is averaged across all of them, so your final grade, your double award grade, will be between a 9-9 and a 1-1. And in terms of how they do that, they basically rank order all of the cohort, and then they will allocate the top students 9-9, and the next ones down will get a 9-8, and then it'll be an 8-8, and then an 8-7, and then a 7-7, etc. Right, so it will still be an average grade. Separate science or triple science, it's similar in terms of you are still getting 2 biology exams, 2 chemistry exams and 2 physics exams. The main differences are, of course, as you can see, that the exams are 1 hour 45 each rather than 1 hour 15, and you will actually get 3 grades. There will be between a 9 and a 1 for each subject, and they are not connected in any way. So there will be a biology grade, a chemistry grade and a physics grade. In terms of actual course content, the separate science it's got the same modules as combined science, so students will be studying the same topics. The only difference is because separate science takes up an extra option block, you will get more time studying science. So for separate science, you will get 5 hours a fortnight for each topic, so 5 hours biology, 5 chemistry and 5 physics. And for the combined science, you will just get 3 hours of biology, 3 chemistry and 3 physics. So basically what that means is you've got to be pretty keen on science and into your science to select the separate science. And also it also means that when you look at post-16 options, it's ideal that if you want to do A-levels in biology, chemistry and physics that you take separate science. However, combined science is still fine. More about those post-16 options, we offer A-levels in biology, chemistry and physics. But we also offer something called a Level 3 Extended Certificate in Applied Science. As I previously mentioned, ideally you want to be doing the separate sciences to go on to do AQA A-levels. However, it's perfectly fine to be doing the combined route. The criteria to get onto the A-levels are to achieve a grade 6 in the biology, chemistry and physics if you're doing triple, or a grade 6 in the biology component if you're doing the combined. Now, you will get an average grade. So for example, you might get a 5-5 overall, but we can actually have a look at the breakdown, and if it turns out that maybe you've got a 6 in your chemistry and a 4 in your physics, and you want to do A-level chemistry, that will be absolutely fine. So the combined science route, you can still go on and do A-levels. The Level 3 Extended Certificates in Applied Science, for that you would need a grade 5 at GCSE to carry on. In terms of where these subjects lead beyond A-level, well, biology, chemistry and physics obviously offer a huge range of options at degree level. Clearly you can go into the pure sciences or medicine, engineering, anything kind of mathematical as well. But even subjects that seem like they're not initially linked to biology, chemistry and physics A-levels, you can go into due to the vast array of problem solving skills that you will be picking up by doing those subjects. Okay, so you're probably aware that Year 9 have already started GCSE Science. They start GCSE Science just after October half term. So I'm just going to talk a little bit more about some of the support that is in place for that. You might be wondering whether they're studying combined or triple. What they're actually doing in Year 9 is studying units that are common to both. Right, so therefore, in Year 9, they will all study the same content, and then in Year 10, those that are doing the triple science will then get extra classes and therefore take extra content on them. So the first slide here is something called Caboodle. This is just something that we've signed up for, which assists students in terms of their learning. They all should have a username, which, as you can see, is just their initial and surname. Password will be the same. If they've forgotten that, they can email me. And the institution code is EXH3. There's a huge range of resources on there. However, some of the main ones which are most useful we'll look at on the next slide. So on there you will find textbooks which look a bit like this and look a bit like this. Now we have written our GCSE course so that it is linked to these textbooks. So what I mean by that is students should find that when teachers are delivering lessons, they will be giving them a lesson code. For example, if they were studying maybe the periodic table, that code C2. All right, so if they were doing lesson C2.3, then all you would need to do to check what was in lesson C2.3, you look on your online textbook, find the one C2.3, and you will find a double page on everything that is in that lesson. So it's really, really useful resource, particularly when we're doing online learning. You can make sure that you've got everything that you need to have covered in that particular lesson by looking at your online textbook. There's also this resource which you've probably come across. It's called Free Science Lessons. What this is a guy who's basically run a whole load of YouTube videos which are pretty short and concise, but they cover absolutely everything on GCSE sciences, both combined and triple. So it's a very, very useful resource. Again, if you're struggling to understand a topic or if it's not too clear to you, then this is a different way of having a look at it. There are also revision guides, which are excellent. They're available online if you want to purchase your own, or when we come back, then we can get them through the school. Finally, we have the knowledge organisers, which give the key information. These are also ordered by the same topics as in the AQA textbooks. So you will find that, for example, on that chemistry one there, it says in the notes that chemistry paper 2 will be also assessed on topics C1 to C4. And that C1 to C4, the key information on C1 to C4, you'll find that knowledge organiser in terms of the key words, but that also refers to C1 to C4 in those AQA textbooks. Now, students should have copies of these, but if they don't, they're also available online and on Teams. So I hope that has been useful and informative. You can feel free to email me on jfoyle@purbeck.dorset.sch.uk if you require further information.